So, you're welcome, by the way, for this glorious moment we shared today.
It's a Christmas milficle. I mean, miracle.
Milfic? Sorry, what was it? What'd you say? Sorry,
Miracle. Miracle.
Oh, weird, huh? Okay.
Dogs, they're coming. They're coming your way. They'll be here soon.
They sold the company. I'm out of a job.
You know I've never really been a fan of Christmas anyways. Who are you?
I'm a Christmas spirit. You need to rediscover the spirit of Christmas.
You can't be serious.
To do that, you have to help someone you don't know find it too.
Yes, this is the place. The Christmas spirit is needed here. Get to work.
You believed, Riley. You were selfless and thoughtful, and you took a chance on hope and faith and something bigger than yourself.
May the Christmas spirit warm us all.
There's so many things to talk about. Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Our podcast called Rough Cuts, where we talk about good boys and bad movies. That's right, bad dog movies. This is our co-host, Boix.
Hi.
And I'm your co-host, Ilian. I'm naming you main host today because you have to be accountable for your crimes.
Sorry, what did I do? I only tricked you into watching this after suggesting a bunch of movies and then fake landing on this one at the end.
I don't know, maybe we could just accidentally do this one from the director of Santa's Summer Home. You know, the movie with 15 minutes of croquet in it.
Real
don't
time croquet.
Well, but they hide it by chopping it up into like 10-second segments and then shuffling them around randomly. So it makes it look like you're not watching the full croquet game, but you could absolutely piece it together to just have the full croquet game.
And you're saying that won't make a good movie? That director can't make a good movie is what you're trying to tell me. Right? That's what you're trying to say? Weird. I don't know what you could possibly be referring to. Why would I choose this one? Huh?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm not yes-handing shit. I'm not helping you do this crime. I will not be involved in the many, many crimes that were involved in this movie.
This movie is so many crimes. Anyway, we watched Christmas Spirit, a 2011 film. By the director of Santa's Summer House, a 2012 film, which is the year after this one. So this is actually the prequel to Santa's Summer House.
What? Okay, I will say, so here's the one thing that I'll say. God.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of hurts to get out. Just give me a moment. That's surprising because this is God, I have to say it. Okay, this is a better movie.
It's
God, that hurts.
Film.
Oh, God, that hurts.
It's a film. Unlike Santa's Summer House, it is a film. That's true.
I won't call it it's more of a film.
Well, it's cinema.
More of a film.
It's cinema. I mean, you know. I don't want to be a snob about it, but this is art.
It's the kind of cinema that if you're Pee-wee, you get arrested for after watching.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have been arrested anyway. Who gives a shit?
I agree with that, but also, this is 100% just a porn. This is just a porn.
You say that, but the tagline of the film was "Dig enough holes and you'll get a bone." You'll find a bone.
Is that what it?
I think it was "You'll find a bone." That was the first line of the film. The first line of the film was "Dig enough holes, you'll find a bone."
Dig enough holes, you will eventually find a bone.
Yeah, because that was the dog voiceover that they used
the
very beginning of the movie, the very end of the movie, and nowhere in between.
The dog was technically the narrator, but it was a surprise. Just out of nowhere at the end.
I'd totally forgotten that they had the voiceover from the dog in the beginning of the movie because it had been an hour and a half that felt like 5 hours.
That it makes very little sense, even if you know the alternate title of this movie, which was A Christmas Puppy.
Fuck off.
That was the alternate title.
Fuck you. You knew this and didn't tell any.
No!
Oh,
I'm not gonna tell you shit that's funnier that way. So, Santa's Summer House, which we watched previously, was a Rough Cuts gold episode. Gold film. One of the best movies we've ever seen.
Fucking hate you. I hate that you think this.
Which is an entire film that took place in a mansion about a family that got stuck there and then had to develop the Christmas spirit from Santa who lives there in that mansion. You
remember way more about that movie than I do.
And then Santa, one by one, invades the privacy of every family member in that house.
Yes.
So that he can gain personal knowledge about them and then use that against them to get them into the Christmas spirit.
Right. I kind of remember that now. It was all like these... Yeah, they all get trapped in the... You're right about the trapped in the Christmas dimension, right? They're all on like different...
They're all trapped in the Christmas dimension.
They're basically all in like a... One of them is a bus of like... Taking them to the airport? Yeah, like... Because like an airport bus. And then he gets lost and he takes them to the Santa dimension.
Yep.
And Santa infects them with Christmas, which, boy, he really loves that that plot line, huh, this director?
And this is the prequel.
This is Patient Zero.
Where a family gets stuck in the exact same mansion.
Yes.
With somebody who has invaded their home and then individually invades all of their privacy to force them into Christmas cheer.
Well, I'd like to set this up slightly more. Let me explain to everybody what the actual plot is, because that's a hasty summarization. What happens is there is a boy who starts out. I'll get to it. So there's a boy having a conversation with his mother about how Christmas isn't special anymore.
The magic, it's dead.
Because she's losing her job, because she's shutting down her company.
That she owns.
Yeah. But then she's going to have to take extra shifts at the company now because they have some extra ones available before it closes.
And her son's impressed that he has those positions in her company that she owns. Yeah.
Yes. So then he hallucinates a Christmas MILF who tells him that he has to give Christmas spirit to other people whether they want it or not.
If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for your mother. She still believes in the spirit of Christmas, but she needs you to believe it as well. To do that, you have to help someone you don't know find it too, even if they don't necessarily want it first.
Oh God, I don't like the implication of this.
You know?
Oh, what if I can't do it? What if I fail?
What if I can't do it?
You won't know until you make an effort.
Okay, I'll do it.
You need to force yourself onto other people and give them
and gives them an address. Just an address.
Here's an address for you to invade. Yeah, no, that is what happens.
And also that he will not be able to get rid of her unless he passes her on in the form of this Christmas spirit that they don't want.
Yes. Yeah, no.
It's
an
fucking
infection.
It follows for Christmas.
It's a curse. It's a Christmas curse, really. Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
But you forgot to mention that the Christmas MILF is named Hope. And her sisters, who are also Christmas MILFs, are named Faith, Mercy, and Charity, which are all porn names.
Correctly, yeah. Yep.
My sisters and I are Christmas spirits. Faith, Mercy, Charity.
And in his bedroom, when she wakes him in his bed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There's a bunch of books behind him that she asks him if he's read, and it's like a biology textbook, a mathematics book, some illustrations for kids books.
Yes, the illustrated classics for kids. Yes.
And he's like, yes, I've read all of these books front to back.
Yeah, she asks him about his library. And I'm a huge reader.
and the way she gives him the address and forces him with her Christmas curse to go to this address is through her magic fortune cookie.
Right. She does do that, doesn't she?
She gives him a magic fortune cookie that he opens and says, here's an address. Go.
This is an incredible fever dream.
And she changes his clothes into an elf's clothes.
Right, she does give him she does give them the Dragon Ball Z clothes beam.
She strips him and puts him into these elf's clothes. This is like a teen wet dream, is what this is. It's like it's straight from like Weird Science, is what it is. It's fucking weird.
He had that whole pan of brownies because one just wasn't enough. And then all of a sudden he just wakes up as an elf. I don't know.
This edible ain't shit.
So then the next scene is him breaking into a house.
Yeah, and it's the Santa Summer house.
Yeah.
We know because he tries to go in through the front door, but the gates broke. Which I thought was a lie. But it isn't, apparently.
Okay, he doesn't try to go, he just looks at the front door. He doesn't try it. He doesn't know the gates broke. It's a happy accident. Yes, it just happens to be broke. I mean, Hope is wiretapping their house and intercepts their call. Because later on.
Maybe Hope
broke
it. So
she fucking did it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an accomplice to this horrible crime.
Is she the great manipulator? Is she an Eldritch beast? Is that what this is?
Yes! She's passing on her curse. It's how she gets more powerful.
So Riley, the son, decides that he needs to do the one thing that makes sense when he can't go in through the front door. Which is
of the house that he was told to spread unwanted Christmas cheer or else
by an Eldritch Milf.
By an Eldritch Milf that showed up in the middle of the night and turned him into an elf.
Yeah, no,
correct.
You're making a lot of sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So he does the only thing that makes sense,
which is to stumble over the fence in their backyard and then slip and fall. Not on the croquet mallet from Santa's summer house, but that mallet
that is in the scene. That is in the scene. Yes,
there are a lot of very special guests from Santa's summer house in this movie.
Fuck you.
This is like
I'm so mad you did this to me.
we were joking about B-movie advanced courses previously. This is that course.
Oh yeah.
If you've seen Santa's Summer House and you go back and watch this is just pointing at the film, the movie. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wonderful.
You're like, hey, that reminds me of that 15-minute croquet match. Hell yeah. Hey, there's the propeller. Hey, there's the weird fucking mannequin with red boots that's carved out of wood. But the top part's still dead wood for some reason.
Yeah, the top part's just not carved. The bottom part is, I don't know if any of it's carved. They just basically put high heel boots on like a piece of driftwood that I think the bottom half looks vaguely human shaped, and so they just thought it was funny, I guess.
It's so bizarre, and it's
they
still
have
bizarre.
They have a cutout half a car in the living room.
The whole... This isn't set design. This is just some rich person's house. And it's still...
Yes. I'm sure it's the director's.
Almost certainly.
Which is fucking atrocious, because this person does not deserve to have any success.
But after he slips and falls in their backyard, the mom, who's on the phone, sees him invading her backyard in like a hoodie, so his face is covered.
Yeah, so she has the only reasonable reaction that one can have in this situation.
Yeah, she runs out to go help him, because he fell and he's ouchie.
So she gives him, for his elbow that he fell on and he's acting like he broke, she gives him a boo-boo Band-Aid.
Yeah, she invites him into
like
her
a tiny
home,
little Band-Aid.
gives him a tiny Band-Aid for children that might as well have, like, Toy Story characters on it.
Oh my god.
And then starts talking to him like, oh, yeah, you were invading my home. That's so wild. I bet the front door's not working. Like, the gate's broke, huh?
Yep.
And then he develops this huge lie.
Yes.
Because Hope, the Eldritch Milf, has told him about the family members in detail, one by one, so he knows his hit list. His Christmas hit list.
Yep, yeah.
That there's the dad, Tom, who is an accountant for a big toy company that's
going out of business.
That Riley's mom certainly doesn't work for / own.
/own.
Somehow this still doesn't make sense. The mom, who's a writer of children's books.
Yes, the Eldritch Milf gives him the actual MILF.
Yeah, the other MILF. And the daughter, who really wants to get it on with her cute neighbor in a Twilight way.
Once again, I need to reiterate that every scene of this is set up like a really bad porn. Because, like, she helps him inside and she goes, oh, you've got an ouchie boo-boo. Oh, were you here to see my daughter? I bet that's why you came over, huh? And you're like, why is she doing it like that? What? No. What? But why is... Oh, you must be my daughter's friend, huh? From school? And you're like, oh, God, no.
I put a bandage on your elbow, but maybe there's also pain lower. And like, no,
maybe
come on, stop it.
Is there anything else I can help you with? Yeah, like, it's just, it's... What the fuck?
There's a lot of euphemisms too, and yeah. So he gets the rundown, and also their house, their mansion, their Santa summer house in the Christmas dimension is about to be foreclosed. We know because they're talking about how they're losing their home, and then it keeps zooming in on the foreclosure papers.
Like 3 times.
So you know for sure they're very poor.
Every single time they're like, man, Christmas is gonna be bad this year. The camera like pans over and then slowly zooms in on the fucking foreclosure papers again.
This is the mansion that is so big. When they lose their dog later, they have to spend like 20 minutes going to every room in the house to try and look for it.
I mean, well, so they have half a car in the living room.
Yeah.
They have a giant spiral staircase. They have They have an outdoor pool. When you said that they have a fence that he jumped, what you mean is they have a terraced brick, like, it's levels of garden. Like, there's multiple levels of clay terrace garden that he has to climb over to get inside. They have a massive, like, wrought iron gate and stuff around the entire property.
Probably have a private tennis court, yeah.
Oh, yeah, almost certainly, because they have things like a personal home gym with, like, 2 treadmills, a wall of mirrors, like, hardwood floors through the whole thing. This mansion is worth, like, 10 million plus?
You know what they couldn't afford, though? A security system. That's too expensive. And also, they're very, very upset about losing a pen. That's how poor they are. You don't understand.
We'll get to that.
Anyway, the son is in the kitchen with the MILF, and she's totally schmoozing
Which
up
one?
on him. Well, not the Eldritch MILF. The regular MILF.
Yeah, so they're... When you say that she's smooching up on him, so she thinks he's her daughter's friend from school.
Yeah.
She just assumes that. He
doesn't say that. She just tells him that.
He doesn't know they have a daughter. He doesn't know her name. He knows nothing about any of these people. He's just making it up as he goes along because he's fucking home invading them at the orders of this eldritch being.
It's this escalating situation of invasion.
she keeps on going like, she's like, well, do you want to go and see my daughter? And he's like, no, that's okay. And so they just hang out for like hours in the beginning of this movie.
Well, to be fair, he does trim her tree.
Oh god, every scene is so much innuendo and like weird sexual tension. Like she's constantly like, do you want to help me come cook? And she's like basically putting her arms around behind him as he's doing things in the kitchen, and like
it's so weird.
Then she's reading him from her children's books, and he's talking about how much he loves her books and how she's a great writer. And
I say teen, but the actor looks like he's like 20.
He looks like 20, yeah.
20s at least.
This is why, again, it has the porn feel. It's like, oh, you're the high school senior. And it's like, he's like, it definitely legal age, right? Like,
and it was weird, too, because at the beginning when the mom's talking to him, not the MILF, the real mom, which also kind of a MILF.
Which is also a MILF, yes. That is the real MILF. The other one's the one that's just in his head.
Yes, not the fake MILF.
Not the fake MILF, the real MILF.
But not the MILF interest.
But not the MILF interest, yes.
When she's talking to him, it's like she's talking to like a 13-year-old or something. It's weird.
Yeah,
the whole interactions are weird. But anyway, after he trims the MILF's tree, literally.
Okay, job well done. Christmas tree is trimmed, and Mom had a nice memory. Christmas spirit is so.
The Eldritch MILF, Hope, shows up and is like, is that all you're gonna do? Just trim her tree and then call it Christmas? You teens and your intertubes.
And your my faces.
And your my faces. Oh, you.
Really? You teens with your intertubes and your my faces seem to think that everything can be accessed and taken care of in the blink of an eye. Where's the hard work? The thoughtful consideration? The self-reflection that comes from an honest awareness and an assessment of your role in a given situation?
Why don't you go hang out with her more? Get to know her better. Get real close.
Hey, you should get to know her real good. I've introduced you to her, right? Isn't it a Merry Christmas yet? Do you want to infect her with your Christmas spirit?
So then he goes.
Why is
he
it
goes
like
into
this?
her children's book writer's room, where she keeps all of her books, and they start howling together, like wolves.
Oh, that kind of yeah.
No,
that's why
not
they were
that
howling.
Way. No, they were howling.
Yep.
And everybody in the house heard them.
Yeah, we sure did. Oh, this is. I like. Oh God, this is like the most.
Let me help you.
It's making like every hair on the back of my fucking neck stand up. I hate this. I hate this so much, Boyks.
This is fucking amazing. What are you talking about? And then the MILF is all like, yeah, I write all these children's books. You've probably read them. Oh yeah, my mom used to read your books all the time. She loved the one about the wolf. Yeah, that was my first book. Oh, but all the rest of your books suck. They're dog shit.
Woo!
They're terrible. I've read every one of your books, and they're fucking garbage, except that first one.
They're all trash. I hate them so much. Do you want to woo together and maybe go somewhere private?
The list, Mommy?
Yeah, she read those, but the first one, it was kind of the best.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And she's like, oh yeah, that's because my editor told me we need to write more books because the first one was so popular. But I'm absolutely dog shit at my writing ideas and coming up with ideas. In fact, I only got rich out of pure fucking luck.
Yeah, this is not a tattling on themselves at all kind of tale. Definitely not.
No, but then the the dad. There is a dog though, but
well, yeah,
kind of. The dad walks in on Riley and the MILF howling together, which is not weird at all. He's like,
and he goes,
I'm sorry.
Who the fuck are you? Which, good question.
And Riley just decides to keep the lie going. Right?
Why is he doing this?
To spread Christmas cheer, to get rid of the Christmas curse from the Eldritch Milf.
These fucking tabs of acid are really good.
This movie takes place over 3 days, by the way. This is technically day 2. Day 1 is when he met the Milf in his dreams.
Yes. I just want to mention really quickly that this entire time, as he's constantly escalating the lies in this home invasion plot,
yes,
I felt more and more all of the hairs standing on the back of my neck. Like,
this is set up like a horror thriller.
Yeah, I felt like I wanted to vomit.
Like, at any moment, he's gonna pull out a knife, right? Like,
yeah, or he's just gonna get arrested and, like, sent to prison or an institution or something. Like, it's just...
something. Yeah.
You feel like there have to be consequences for what's happening here, because it's so obviously a crime.
Well, what he's doing is good. For Christmas? Right?
I hate the way that... Like, I do want to emphasize again that the Eldritch Milf specifically goes, you have to give them your Christmas cheer. They won't want it. You'll need to force them to accept it.
You need to just shove that cheer down their throat.
And I don't like that. I'm just gonna say I really didn't like it.
You know how most Christmas movies are like about the spirit of Christmas and learning to be a better person and, you know, like being infected, removing your grumpiness. What if we just forced it on them?
What if we just made them?
What if happy?
Smile. Fucking smile.
Like at any moment he's gonna pull out a gun and be like, I said, get some fucking cheer.
Where's the goddamn eggnog? You make a goddamn nice Christmas meal for your fucking family right now. Like, it's just, it's a threat. It's a threat the whole time.
It rules. It's so good.
I hate this.
So
it really did trigger, like, a horrible response in me. I hated this.
So, the dad gets introduced to Riley, and the mom is like, yeah, she's our daughter's friend from school. Oh, okay. Well, I'll go get her then. I'll tell her that her friend's here.
No, please don't. No,
it's
okay.
That'll ruin the whole line.
That'll ruin everything. I'm here with the mom. I mean, we kind of got a...
I'm just here to howl in the back room with your wife.
Listen, we kind of got a whole thing going here, and I don't want to bring another person in to ruin it. Except the daughter is also very obviously sexually tensioned with him.
Though she's the worst.
That too.
But so the dad goes to the daughter. He's like, "Hey, your friend Riley's here from school," and we have a great revelation about this character. What does she say?
I don't have any friends.
Wait a minute. I don't have any friends.
I forgot about that until you mentioned it.
It's just weird that I never get to see you. And Christmas is ruined also you can work on some stuff for a company that's just gonna fire you after you're done. Well, nice one, Dad.
There's a paycheck there still. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want it to be like this.
But it is.
And if you quit early, you don't get unemployment for your mansion. So
or severance, yeah.
Or severance. Like, this makes perfect sense.
By the way, friend Riley is here.
Oh my god. See, like...
Friend Riley from school?
I don't have any friends from school.
I don't have any friends.
I don't have any friends. Wait, they had to... I don't know Riley. How hard is that to say? What is this?
The pack thinking he was a little more than a growl, but none of them knew. He had his own special howl.
Fuck. I forgot that her monologue was not like, I don't know Riley. Just like, I don't have any friends. Gee, I can't imagine why.
So then it goes back to the Riley still howling with her mom. And then she starts asking him if he's filming their howling. Which is not a porn thing.
Oh, God, it's so porny. Everything is...
And the daughter walks in on them howling.
Do you got a camera?
Oh, hey, Riley. I didn't know you were here. from school? That's fucking weird. And she's got like a knife behind her back. She just got like fucking just psycho mode immediately.
She has the wildest energy through this whole film.
Just pure chaos. Like, I don't know. It's like she's gonna stab someone at any moment.
She is, yeah, she's off the rails.
So then she gets Riley alone, and she's like, oh yeah, somebody put you up to this? You fucking doing this to make fun of me? Huh? I bet this person at school said to do this. Huh?
Huh? I know I don't have any friends, so you better fucking start talking. Pulls out the knife on him, and you're like, Riley, how did you get yourself into this situation,
Milf
man?
told me to break into your house. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, the Eldritch Milf told me to force you to accept my cheer.
She is gonna be so sorry. I am so gonna get her back. In front of the whole school. What was the end game?
How are you gonna get her back? Like that, it feels like there's like one sentence away from a lead-in every time, right? Like, am I wrong?
Did Zoe have something on you? Is that it?
Am I wrong?
Is that why you look like a slapjaw narcoleptic pain?
Thank you.
No.
Yeah,
I just need you to admit
Zoe,
that.
She got me.
I knew it.
So then she's like, hey, you know what we're gonna do now? Huh? Riley? That's right. You're gonna pretend to be my boyfriend.
Not a porn. Not a porn. This is not a porn.
It's so fucking unhinged.
There's no pornography in this movie. We promise. No porn. Family friendly.
And then the mom comes back, interrupting them, and takes Riley away. And she's like, hey, let's go claim a little Christmas magic for ourselves.
Oh my god, she does say that.
This fucking movie.
I feel like I've repressed a lot of these memories. Why is she after this guy? Okay, never. I know.
It's because it's a porno.
It's fine. Yeah.
You know why.
I know why.
So then they tell the dad that Riley had to enter from the back and slip and fall, invading their home because the gate was broken. So he needs to go out into the rain to go fix the gate for the manual release that's there. Like in Jurassic Park, when they have to go do the manual release with Samuel L. Jackson.
But he hates having to go out in the rain because it reminds him of when he was a poor. Unlike
this mansion that he owns in L.A. that's being foreclosed because they're so broke. So,
yeah, he has no prospects.
So he goes out in the rain, and then he tells his family, Daddy's getting really moist here. Which...
Not a porn.
Hell of
this
a
is
word
not
to
a
say.
porn.
Daddy's getting very moist here.
You betcha, Daddy.
Yeah. I was expecting somebody else to say that, but you know.
Daddy's getting really moist here. And, oh no, I guess the gate's broken. You better call the repair guy. So then...
Not a porn. This is not a porn.
The mom calls the repair guy, but the Eldritch Milf Hope has tapped their line.
Yep.
And
she puts on a Russian accent for...
I don't know what that was about.
Do they know her?
But she's incredibly judgmental.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Does she... Well, if she's disguising her voice, that suggests that the family knows her. Was she hiring Riley as a hit? Is this a...
I mean, yes.
Wait a minute.
She was hiring Riley to hit that MILF. Yes. That is the plot. You're not wrong. So, oh no. The repair guy says that he can't make it out, and also is incredibly judgmental about our family and us not spending time together for some reason.
Hey, why don't... It's almost Christmas. Just stay inside, you fucking assholes. Who cares about your goddamn gate? Why don't you spend any time with your fucking family?
So,
sorry.
I guess our home invader Riley has to stay the night.
Because he can't leave because the gate's closed.
And we don't have enough beds, so I guess he'll have to sleep in my room.
Is there a reason he can't just leave the way he came in?
Christmas cheer?
And it's Christmas? And his mom doesn't know where he is?
Yeah, he does call his mom and then lie to her about being at a friend's house. Which is weird. Right?
Oh yeah, that's the weird part. Yeah. Yeah, you nailed it. Of the weird things that are happening here, inviting the home invader to spend the night, as you know that he's a home invader. Okay,
yeah.
We want to talk about the absolute chaos energy the daughter is giving off.
Yeah.
This is a great example. Because the mom and dad, it's wild that they're letting a friend of their daughter stay over on the very first day that they meet him.
Correct.
But much wilder than that is the daughter knowing that he's a home invader who's lying to her family and just being like, yeah, he should stay the night.
She's blackmailing him.
Yes!
And she stole his phone.
And she steals his shit. Yes!
Yeah.
Like, she's just turning the tables on him because she's like, I know what you did, so I'm gonna fucking use you.
Oh,
not a porn. Not a porn. Not a porn. She's gonna use him, but it's not sexual.
So anyway, that night, Riley goes through their laundry.
It's not. Okay, it's not sexual, okay?
And he finds...
Fuck! I'm just trying to pitch my movie, okay? It's just about Christmas cheer. Why is everyone booing me? I'm making myself. Fuck this, I've got a nice house. I'm gonna go film my own goddamn movie. I don't know. Oh God, don't go through their laundry.
Don't go through their laundry, Jesus. What? This is exactly why Santa's Summer House had a 15-minute croquet match, because if it wasn't, it would be like this. Alright? He learned. This is the prequel. He learned in this movie to not do this. But didn't know what to fill the time with.
Can you imagine him trying to pitch this movie to people and just they're like, wait, so then it gets sexual? He's like, no, it's not sexual. He's just going through their laundry, okay?
He's just going through their laundry and picking out things for himself to keep.
Of the daughter.
It's the daughter's laundry? Yeah. Yeah. He takes a scarf that she knitted, which has a note saying to Justin, the hunky neighbor, from your secret admirer.
Which she threw in her laundry with the card on top of.
Which Riley steals.
I mean, he's already in.
So then it cuts to the next... No, it's the night. It's still that night. This day is really long.
Yes.
It cuts to the kitchen where the dad's cooking, but they can only afford frozen food because they're so poor and they're being foreclosed on, which is a very important thing to keep in mind for later.
Oh, right. Yeah, they let him stay over after this. This is the first night. You're right.
It's still that night. And his dad starts cooking with frozen peas, and then Riley's like, no, let me cook for you. I'm the home invader here. It would only be nice of me to also cook your food while I'm here.
And he goes, wow, yeah, no, that sounds great. And so anyways, then the dad keeps cooking the meal.
Yeah, after Riley starts cooking, it cuts, and then the dad's in the kitchen cooking on his own. But...
Yep.
So that the daughter and Riley can come back later and then take over cooking. But... Riley was already cooking, and she owns the business.
But the mom owns the business.
But she works for the company. and
oh, this is a first draft that just didn't Yeah. So he was going to order food, and everybody was like, "Oh, we're not even gonna have Christmas dinner." It's not Christmas. It's like the 22nd, you asshole.
But they can't order food because the front gate's broken, and they're stuck in the house because they can't leave.
It's the stupidest fucking reason. So he's gonna make a frozen pea stew. And Riley takes over with the daughter, but the daughter's got a gun to Riley's head.
Yes,
and says,
she's blackmailing him. Yeah.
And goes, all right, what we're gonna do is crime.
We're gonna put all the spicy shit in the stew, because my dad, he has a fit and he can't breathe, and sometimes he goes into shock from spicy food, which can definitely kill him.
And I want to do that so that then you can get to the other room and steal his credit card.
And here's the address, phone number, and name of my grandmother. You're gonna steal his credit card and then use it to buy a plane ticket for my grandma, who I will not talk to and told I bought a plane ticket for, so she doesn't know she has a ticket and to come here. But you'll buy it, and then she'll use the ticket. And then
Christmas will be saved.
And then if anybody finds out, guess what, Riley?
And in the corner, the Eldritch Milf is just nodding like, yeah, do it.
Yeah, you should steal.
Yeah, you should do this.
I want to steal.
I want to steal. And he goes, well, why don't you just steal your mom's credit card and do it that way?
Yeah,
like,
why do I need to
You don't need me. And she goes, well, I've been banned from the internet.
She had an eBay incident, and now she has an ankle monitor that tracks her location.
She has a file
24/7, and if she ever goes on the internet again, they'll get her.
Shocks her.
They'll get her.
You don't understand. I've done so many internet crime.
Which is a thing that the movie said.
So that's your plan, to poison your father so I can commit a felony?
Hell yeah.
You said it yourself.
You've already committed a felony, apparently.
I did not, okay?
I don't... How is this any different? At least this time you'd be doing it for a real person.
Then how?
This movie's so good.
Wishes and dreams and
like, what the fuck?
pancakes on their heads.
He's already done it the whole movie for somebody who doesn't exist.
Sometimes.
What's the problem now, bro?
You're gonna get you in trouble.
Yeah, well, what about you? Why don't you get your mom's credit card and pretend to be her?
Well, after the eBay incident, my file has been flashed.
Your file? What do you mean your file?
24/7? What?
Oh yeah, I have an ankle monitor. She just rolls up her
What?
Did you bake a file into him?
As the movie is making fun of the parents and the grandmother and stuff for not knowing the internet enough and talking about the intertubes and the my faces, and it's doing that as a joke, and then it very seriously says the daughter can't do it because she's banned from internet for for internet crime.
The daughter is a compulsive liar, so it's possible she's just lying about being banned from the internet because of eBay crimes. But I don't think the movie...
I don't think they know. No.
Knows that?
No.
So anyway, they pour a bunch of hot sauce in and poison her father, who starts coughing and having a fit. And the mom says, I'll go make a chocolate milkshake, and leaves. Because it's the only thing that can cure him from his being poisoned by hot stuff.
Well, there's some hot stuff happening around this house here.
Well, so yes, there is hot stuff. That's the problem. Because the next scene is Riley calling his mom, and then the MILF showing up in the shower, the secret Eldritch.
Yes,
not the MILF that he's schmoozing on.
Not a porn. It's not sexual. She just shows up in the shower, okay?
She shows up in the shower and talks about her wet feet. And then tells him to go rob from them and go get the grandmother here now. You should really steal that credit card.
It's a great plan. Good plan all around, everybody. I like this.
So he steals the dad's wallet.
I want to just reiterate something here really quickly.
Yeah.
This is the first night.
This is still that first night.
So he poisons the dad. They know he did it.
Yes.
Because he was cooking it. He cooked it.
What's he
They
cooking?
let him stay.
Well, the front gate's broke. He can't leave. They're trapped in the house. The repair guy on the phone said so. These people are very bright. Let's be fair. The mom never has an idea in her head. And whenever anybody says something stupid like a Christmas alien, she's like, oh, I should write that down. That's my next book. I'm going to steal that. because I'm rich and I don't have original
That's not
ideas.
stealing. That's also not stealing. That's just having the idea yourself, which her daughter eventually points out to her at one point.
Because she doesn't realize this. Yes.
She doesn't realize it, that every time she's like, wow, I bet that I could write a book about, like, these kinds of situations, and, like, goes into detail, but, like, fancifuls it up.
Yeah.
And then the daughter goes, yeah,
that's just an idea.
That's just your idea. You just had an idea. That's what an idea is, Mom.
Mom, you're a writer.
That's what it is. Yes.
You're not fucking James Somerset. All right. You have original ideas. You're not a plagiarist, Mom.
You're not plagiarizing your own life by talking about your experiences and then fancifuling them up to make them a children's book. That's just writing.
But she doesn't.
That's what writing is. Fuck.
So then Riley, after stealing the credit card, goes online and starts looking up airlines. And then he has second thoughts. He's like, wait, is this too much crime? I've already broken into their house, impersonated somebody, got blackmailed by their daughter to create poisoning, and then stole her father's credit card.
Howled with this man's
with her
wife
mom,
alone.
filming it for later.
Well, she joined in afterwards to ask about the camera.
This is too much. To which...
I think this is a line. Yeah.
The MILF shows up, he's like, you having second thoughts about this crime? Well, you already have the grandmother's phone number, home address, and name. Why don't you just impersonate her and steal her identity? I mean, call her and talk to her. I just cold call this lady's mom? What?
I love that there's a moment where during all of this, Riley goes, she's this girl? I can't believe it. She's telling me to get this credit card and commit a felony. And it's like, yeah, who would do a felony for a real person instead of a fake Eldritch Milf?
The Christmas Milf?
Like,
yeah.
You've already done a felony, but you did it for an Eldritch Milf instead of a real person.
Yeah.
Riley, where are your lines, man?
He calls the mom, the grandma.
See, this is the GILF. Now we enter the
GILF.
last
one. He calls
one.
the GILF, and she hears her son hacking up a storm in the background, which sounds like he's gurgling blood. And she's like, oh, that's my son Tom, always dying when everybody gives him spicy stuff. I know that. I've poisoned him many times as a prank.
Why are you in their house?
Yeah, but she does ask that. Like, hey, Riley, who the fuck are you, and why are you in my daughter's house?
Yes.
And just be straight with me. Tell me the truth. He's like, oh, okay. Well, the truth is, I'm having hallucinations about a MILF who told me to invade your daughter's house, impersonate her daughter's friend, and then do a bunch of shit like poisoning her husband. And her name's Hope. The MILF's name is Hope.
Yeah, this Christmas hallucination MILF is Hope.
Who are you and what are you doing at my daughter's house?
Well, it's kind of a really weird story.
Riley, I've seen and heard a lot of strange and lovely things in my lifetime, but at my age, I don't have time to dilly-dally, so spit it out.
Oh my god, I hate this woman.
Look, I'm a rich old lady.
Came into my bedroom and told me to bring the magic of Christmas to your family.
What the
fuck?
fuck?
She dressed me like an elf.
I'm listening, Riley.
Oh, I'm listening. Go on.
Listening. All right, on the other phone, start dialing the police. And the grandma goes, I'll be right there.
I'll be right there. Oh, I know how this ends.
Ooh, I'm coming right over.
So it cuts to the next morning, and the husband and wife are in bed, and they're doing their... They're flirting with each other. They're flirting with each other. And
is that what they were doing?
And the dad's version of flirting is, I'm a shrinking man. I'm so small.
I'm a shrinking man who needs love. Love me, woman.
What?
What? I'm constantly getting, like, fucking shivers. We've seen this movie. It was our episode called Santa's cocaine klepto Christmas party where they shrink down a Swedish porn model and she talks like this.
You don't get it. She's really into this.
This is not a joke. This is not a joke.
I'm a shrinking man.
I'm the shrinking man. Yeah, so now they have their Christmas cheer back. The MILF, by the way, we know that they have their Christmas cheer back because the MILF is watching this from the corner. Let me specify.
Watching, yes.
The Eldritch MILF is watching this from the corner and goes, "Well, that's 2 down."
You need to go get. You need to get the daughter still, though.
Oh God! Why is she saying it like that?
So that morning, the whole family realizes they're missing important things they need to run their life, like a computer mouse, a pen, and a stuffed bear, and
their remote for their guest room
remote.
And specifically for their guest living room television. They have a special, not like a guest bedroom. They have a second living room for guests.
It's because their mansion has particular 2 or 3 guest houses. Yes.
Oh, these poor people. These poor people being foreclosed on. My God.
And Riley's gone. Clearly, he stole their pen. I guess.
This is the literal plot at this point.
And also,
everyone is upset that he is now shown as the break-and-enter artist that he is.
Yes.
Because he stole their pen. Have you checked his backpack? Does he have it anywhere? Did he take it all?
So they go looking, and then they also realize their dog Chompy is missing. Which suddenly becomes an important part of the plot, I guess. Out of nowhere. And they go looking for their dog, and they can't find their dog. And it takes them, a long time to go to every part of this mansion to look for this dog. Because it's a really big fucking mansion.
They have a montage of them going from room to room to room to room to room, which is where we get to see their, massive home gym and all of their entertainment systems and their multiple fireplace rooms.
Stuff that people have in their house.
Yeah.
And they can't find the dog, so they're like, oh, but there's a fire pit outside. Do you think Riley burned our dog alive? In the fire pit? Oh, but I found Chompy's toys out there once. I bet Chompy just hides out there.
He just loves hiding
in the fire pit.
Tom, the fire pit.
Did they burn the dog?
Leave by the fire pit. I found some of his chew toys there.
I have to go out in the rain again.
That's a thing they say.
So they go out to the fire pit and they find the stuff that the dog stole. Not Riley.
Because no shit. Riley didn't steal a pen.
But the funny thing is, the moment they find their stuff, they stop caring about where their dog is.
Yes, correct. Yeah, that's the funniest fucking thing. They grab all the stuff and then they're like, all right, well, we solved that mystery. And then they shut the door when they think the dog's still outside in the pouring rain. And then they just all start having their Christmas day.
Yeah, because the mom gets the idea, oh, Chompy stole our stuff. The dog that stole Christmas. Wow. Oh my God, that's an original thought I had in my brain. I should write that down.
No, she goes, I stole that.
I stole that idea.
I should steal that idea. And this is when the daughter goes, that's just an idea, Mom. That's just an idea. That's what an idea is.
The dog who stole Christmas. Wow,
that's
good.
Their pen?
I'm totally stealing that.
The dog who stole Christmas.
That's your idea. You just came up with that.
Oh, wow.
And then the grandma shows up and starts just laying into them about how terrible all of them are.
Yeah.
They're all fucking
miserable
awful. I'm here to bicker and yell at you and tell you all that I hate you. And you won't even invite me over for Christmas.
I can't believe that you didn't realize that I would want to come over for Christmas and that you would have let this home invader stay over, and that you didn't cook him a meal, and that...
And look, this is your Christmas card you sent this year. It's written in construction paper with magazine clippings like a ransom note.
She pulls out, she's like, I can't. She grabs the Christmas card and starts critiquing the writing throughout the whole thing and telling them how awful the writing is and how self-centered it all is. And it's on a fucking piece of construction paper. It's like a homemade, like it's like a 5-year-old made the card. But it's their 17-year-old daughter and these two. That's who's there.
It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Made this goddamn card.
Well, she lost her pen the night before, so she had to write the ransom letter using magazine clippings.
Oh my god.
It only makes sense.
Oh yeah, like why would you guys do this with magazine clippings? Is your penmanship so bad? I can't believe you would do this to your own grandmother. I was so upset.
Anyways, can I use your bathroom? I'm here. And where's Riley? I bet you sent him away because you hate home invaders.
You evil people. I can't believe you do this to wonderful boy Riley. And they're like, oh, well, he stole my credit card to give you a plane ticket. No, I came over on my own volition. Because
he called me. He called my mother?
You guys wouldn't invite me because you thought that I wouldn't want to come for Christmas. Or maybe it's because you're like this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're like this.
And then suddenly the neighbor kid shows up, the neighbor teen, wearing the daughter's scarf that she threw away into her laundry. And he's like, hey, thanks for the scarf. What? I didn't give you that scarf. Why do you have my scarf that I was going to give you? Oh, your cousin, who still can't stop lying.
Went through your laundry and gave this to me after smelling it.
Yeah.
He said, smell it.
And then gave it to me. He's like, oh, she was meaning to give this to you, but she threw it away because she doesn't want to give it to you. But I gave it to you because I'm fucking weird. Anyways, thanks.
Very normal behavior.
We're dating now. Bye. So to which the whole family is now like, wow, that Riley guy is great. We should go thank him for giving us all this Christmas cheer, invading our privacy, stealing things from our home that he blamed on the dog.
Why don't we go invade his home?
Well, how are we going to invade his home? We don't know where he lives. Wait a minute, I stole his phone. I know, we'll just call his mom.
I don't have his number, but he's your friend.
About that.
About that,
Didn't they already explain that?
I stole his phone.
You what?
What the
fuck? What the fuck?
I have nothing. I don't...
It's just...
Who the fuck is this written for? Who wrote this? What is wrong with these people?
None of this movie is okay. On a basic level, zero of this film is okay.
None of it makes sense. It's all set up. All the acting is so fucking stilted and gross and weird. There's sexual tension between everybody. When it makes no sense and is, oh god, it's so bad. It's so uncomfortable. Every scene of this is like...
So they go through Riley's phone and his contacts.
God!
Call his mom.
Why? Why would you do this?
And then Tom finds out that his mom is the owner of the company that he's the accountant for to try and close their account. So that he can close the company that she owns and also works for. Sometimes.
So then he's going to make sure that he can get her the day off and also get it paid by calling HR and telling them to make sure that the CEO gets paid for today and that they also have to have today off.
And then he lies to the company he's calling to try and force them to make the change so they don't call corporate and check. It's just one lie after another in this movie. It's just a compiling ever-growing pile of lies.
It's like... It's a Christmas crime story. You ever seen Fargo? It's like Fargo.
It's like
Things
Fargo,
just spiral out of control once you start doing crime. Crime just spirals.
All of it is spiraling. So then he invites Riley and his mom over to their big Christmas dinner with everybody. And the mom doesn't know what the fuck is happening still, but she finds out that Tom works at her company, and she's only talked to him a couple times. And also, he wants to start a toy business, even though they don't have money, because their house is about to be foreclosed.
Foreclosed on, yes.
So she's going to go all in on her failing company, with the money she has left over that she can't afford to pay for, to Tom, who can't afford his house because it's being foreclosed on. So they can start a toy company.
He's going to get a small $250,000 business loan to start a new toy company.
For his wife's books? What? That
aren't successful because their house is being foreclosed on.
Because she hasn't written a good book since the first one? Because she just doesn't have any fucking feeling in her bones to write anything since the first one? But she's being forced to, like some sort of zombie, to keep going?
Wow, what a dream. I can't wait to be forced to write children's books that I can't do and don't want to for the rest of my life, because that's our business.
And then the grandma confronts Riley at the party, and she's like, by the way, thank you for calling me
you did.
On my daughter's phone. Or my daughter's husband's phone that you stole, I guess?
Yeah.
With his wallet and my personal information. And thank you for telling me the truth. When you told me...
It really reminds me of my husband.
Oh.
She got real twirling her hair just a little bit.
You know, my husband told me one time that he was visited by a Christmas Eldritch Milf named Faith that he met at the strip club. And she told him to steal a snowplow and run over the neighbors. And that's how we met. Through the gored neighbors, that snowplow.
When he killed my neighbors that I really hated, I knew that I couldn't not fuck him.
And I thought him lying to me about the story of this Eldritch Milf to give him the idea was just his way of saying he really loved me. But then you told me a story that was very similar about a different Eldritch Milf, and I knew it was a way bigger story, and it must be true.
Well, how'd you like your dinner?
Oh no, it's another entrance like a porn.
Oh, there's two of them, right?
But I have some cookies baking in the oven right now.
I got some cookies in my oven, you know.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
I know all about her oven.
You know, when we talked last night, you were honest about Hope, the Christmas spirit that you said you saw.
The one that I've been tripping on.
God.
Yeah.
I wasn't completely honest with you.
How's that?
My husband Lawrence passed away a few years back, and he was the love of my life.
Go on. Is she a ghost?
But we never would have met if it weren't for a Christmas spirit.
Oh!
He did.
What?
And for years he would tell the story about how Faith cajoled him into going to this holiday funeral where we met and had our first dance.
I'm just gonna keep making this noise forever.
And he had to drive
Forever.
I love
he
this.
made it for the last dance. And his,
you see, we're both fucking batshit insane.
And I mean, all those years I just figured it was his imaginative way of telling me that he loved me. But last night, Riley, you made me realize that he'd been telling the truth all along.
Yeah, is that what happened?
I love him all the more. So I really have to thank you, honey, for giving me that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
No!
I better go check on those cookies.
I better go check on those cookies baking
please
in my
back away, woman.
oven. You know what I'm saying?
And I knew that I'd have to fuck you. She really leans in very close to this young man a lot. Like, really, it really felt like she was going to kiss him a few times, right?
Yes, and this whole thing is being done by the great manipulator who's watching them from the rafters above.
She's just, yes! Eldritch Milf is always watching. She's always in the corner. Filming. I mean, watching. I mean, filming. I mean...
And then the narrator cuts back in and is like, that's right.
The dog. That's right.
right.
It's the dog narrator. You also forgot, didn't you, podcast listeners? Because we sure fucking did.
And because of all that, me Chompy saved the day as the Christmas dog, the dog that stole Christmas. And because I got the Eldritch Manipulator MILF involved in this whole situation, now the mom, who now works for the toy company that was founded by both failing businesses, made dog plushes based after me, the dog that stole Christmas, and they made millions, so they didn't have to sell the mansion, and they got 4 more tennis courts.
So you may have figured out I didn't actually steal Christmas. I just
I
helped Hope.
no.
What?
And Tom's lack of pronoun precision, I am a patient dame.
What?
I love her naps, but I love my family more. Chompy, the dog who stole Christmas, was Winnie's next book, and it was a great success.
What?
Because of it, Tom and Winnie kept their house. The Sims Toy Company made a Chompy dog stuffed animal that became the first success for the new company.
And Merry Christmas, everyone! I'm Chompy! I'm also in this movie. Hi, everyone, it's me, Chompy! The family hasn't noticed yet that I'm still here. They kind of just forgot when I went missing that one time, but I'm sure they'll find me. I'm Chompy! Merry Christmas, everyone!
The great manipulator behind it all is finally revealed.
May you also do a home invasion and meet lots of hot MILFs this Christmas. I'm Chompy.
Yeah, if there's one thing that I've learned, it's to force your Christmas spirit on others. It'll only turn out great.
This is the perfect B movie.
If you ever hallucinate an Eldritch Christmas Milf and she just gives you an address, you know what to do.
It is a dog movie. There's a dog. The dog's important to the plot. The dog manipulated all of this. Right? It counts. It's there. I just hate all of it in a way that is very funny. Like, how are you so oblivious to what you're making? This had to be on purpose, right? Like,
I feel like, you know, I'm starting to think maybe that what the problem here is that, as they say, you write what you know. And now we know what kind of porn this man watches.
Why were the fortune cookies so integral to the magic of the Eldritch Beast? Is that like the wish box? The wish-upon box? They have to have a fortune cookie? When you open the fortune cookie...
They opened it and I came.
You opened the cookie and I came.
She just appears out of every fortune cookie. That's how you summon Eldritch Christmas Milfs.
Is she the Hellraiser? Like, is that what's happening here?
There's a Christmas hell dimension filled with fortune cookies and
the Cenobites?
Eldritch Milfs.
I could see this being remade with Cenobites. I could see it.
It would make more sense in a lot of ways, honestly. Because it would make sense why you would listen to her and do a home invasion if she was going to just instead torture you.
Yeah. The dad did have a perfect line, though, in this movie, which sums it all up. I've been waiting to mention this. At one point, the dad says to Riley, "That was a little awkward, wasn't it?" And then Riley goes, "Yup."
That was a little awkward, wasn't it?
Yes.
And that's the whole movie. It's perfect.
Let's rate Chompy, the dog.
Chompy's like a cute little, I don't know, curly dog?
Like a Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu. And Chompy is always sitting on Chompy's bed.
Bichon Frise are a Shih Tzu, yeah.
Chompy likes to steal things and hide them in the fire pit of...
Yeah, where Chompy likes to sleep, is what they say.
When the dad goes in the fire pit, you're expecting somebody to kick him in and then start a fire or something. Something awful to happen.
Or like them to find the dog in the fire pit. Yes, like that's...
Something.
The setup really feels like they're going to pull the dead dog out of the fire pit.
This whole movie is like thriller porn. And you're constantly expecting, like an erotic thriller.
Yes.
And you're expecting
that's what
the dog
like,
to be
an
dead,
and
the family to be stabbed, and the grandma to show up, and then the scream, like, Ghostface shows up, and like...
It does feel like there's going to be a twist at any moment.
At any moment. And the dog is orchestrated it all, called upon all the Christmas.
Or like it's gonna leave it ambiguous at the end if Riley imagined it all in his head, and that's what made him kill that whole. Give Christmas cheer to that family.
Scary stories like a biology textbook or illustrated tales for children, you too would have terrible dreams like this. Let's be honest. Riley did go to sleep, and then the MILF showed up. Everything from that moment when Riley went to sleep to now could be a dream.
He was in a coma. He's just in a coma the whole time.
It was all a dream.
Wait. We need to rate
the dog.
We need to rate. We're rating the dog. We're rating the dog.
Chompy. Chompy hides things in the fire pit. Orchestrated this whole fucking creepy situation. And then sold the rights to their likeness to make plush animals for capitalism. I think Chompy's got it all figured out. Not the blackmailing psycho daughter. She doesn't have it all figured out. But Chompy does. Chompy's the great manipulator from behind the scenes. The puppet master.
Yeah, you thought the daughter was good at crime, but really...
In reality, Chompy is the horror villain of this film. And I think that this might be the most demonic dog we've seen.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just rate it a Choppy out of 10.
Choppy. Also, yeah, they can never get
the
fucking dog's name right. They
name.
forget it constantly. They call the dog Chompy, Chomps, Choppy, Chop. They have no idea what this dog's name is.
No one had a script.
No.
Was the problem. The director was just off screen with a gun, constantly telling them to act better. Act.
I'm gonna rate Chompy a 15 out of 10, which is the amount of minutes of the croquet match in Santa's summer house. You're welcome.
Well, that was awkward.
That was awkward. You're welcome. This is a Christmas miracle. I never thought we'd meet a movie like this. And if you like films like this and want us to watch more, you can support us on Patreon.
That's where I was going, yeah. Yeah. We're Rough Cuts Cast on Patreon. We also have Blue Sky and co-host, where we're at Rough Cuts on Blue Sky and co-host. You can email us at roughcutscast@gmail.com.
Are you dead inside? Did you die? Are you okay? Do I need to blackmail you and steal your phone?
No, sorry. I was just talking to Chastity, my
Chastity? Chastity was not one of the MILFs. I mean, it could be. But
she's one of mine.
All the Christmas MILFs. You know, Charity, Hope, Chastity. Unprotected sex. But all of them.
The seven MILFs of Christmas.
7 Christmas sins.
I'm out. I'm done.
The 4 horse MILFs of the apocalypse.
It's just 3 Christmas MILFs. 2 felony home invasions. and one stolen identity.
Bye. Let's just do this.
Sure.
Thing.
Whatever you want. I don't know. Pick a thing.
It's 99 cents.
Oh no.
And it's only 90 minutes.
Sure, sounds great.
Director of Santa's Summer House. All right, I'm in.
Oh no! Is that you knew that? Wait, you knew that? Hold up! You already knew that. You were just trying to break it slow. I see.
The dogs! Get the dogs! Get the dogs!